Potatoes are a wonderful crop for new gardeners. They are easy to grow and very rewarding. You can grow potatoes in the ground or even in containers if space is limited. With just a little care and attention, you can enjoy a bountiful harvest of delicious homegrown potatoes. Potatoes are incredibly versatile in the kitchen. You can boil them, mash them, roast them, or fry them. They are a staple ingredient in countless dishes and can be enjoyed by the whole family. Growing your own potatoes is a truly satisfying experience. Imagine digging into a plate of creamy mashed potatoes or crispy roast potatoes, knowing that you nurtured those potatoes from tiny seed potatoes to your plate. Before you embark on your potato growing adventure, it's important to gather a few essential tools and materials. Having the right equipment on hand will make the process smoother, more enjoyable, and set you up for a bountiful harvest. Whether you're a first-time gardener or a seasoned pro, these simple tools are all you need to get started. Don't worry, there's no need to invest in expensive or complicated gadgets. Potatoes are one of the most forgiving crops, and with just a handful of basic tools, you'll be well equipped for success. Here's a handy checklist to help you prepare for planting your spuds. First and foremost, you'll need seed potatoes. These aren't just any potatoes. They're specially grown for planting and are certified disease-free. Unlike the potatoes you find at the supermarket, certified seed potatoes are less likely to carry pests or diseases that could harm your crop. You can find them at most garden centers or order them online. Choose varieties that suit your climate and taste preferences, whether you like waxy new potatoes or fluffy bakers. Next, a sturdy garden fork is invaluable. This tool helps you loosen and aerate the soil, which is crucial for healthy root development. Well-aerated soil allows potato tubers to expand easily and helps prevent waterlogging, which can lead to rot. Use the fork to break up clumps and remove any stones or debris from your potato patch. You'll also want a reliable spade. The spade is perfect for digging the trenches where you'll plant your seed potatoes. Trenches should be about 10 to 15 centimeters deep, giving your potatoes plenty of room to grow underground. A good spade will make this job much easier, especially if you're working with heavy or compacted soil. A hand trowel is another must-have. It's ideal for planting individual seed potatoes and for hilling up soil around the plants as they grow. Hilling is an important step that encourages more tuber production and protects developing potatoes from sunlight, which can turn them green and make them inedible. Consistent watering is key to a healthy potato crop. Make sure you have a watering can or a hose with a gentle spray attachment. Potatoes need regular moisture, especially during dry spells and when the tubers are forming. Avoid overwatering as soggy soil can cause the potatoes to rot, but don't let the soil dry out completely either. Protecting your hands is just as important as caring for your plants. A sturdy pair of gardening gloves will shield your hands from dirt, thorns, and the occasional sharp stone. They also make it easier to handle seed potatoes and work in the soil for extended periods without discomfort. Don't forget to enrich your soil before planting. Adding organic material, such as compost or well-rotted manure, will improve soil structure, boost fertility, and provide essential nutrients for your potatoes. Healthy, nutrient-rich soil is the foundation of a successful potato crop, so take the time to work in plenty of organic matter. With these simple tools and materials, you're ready to start your potato growing journey. Remember, preparation is key. Taking the time to gather the right equipment now will pay off with a healthy, productive crop later. Happy planting, and may your spuds be plentiful. Knowing when and where to plant your potatoes is crucial for a successful harvest. Potatoes thrive in cool, sunny conditions. The best time to plant them is in early spring, a few weeks before the last expected frost. Choose a sunny spot in your garden for your potato patch. Potatoes need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. The soil should be well drained and loose. Avoid planting potatoes in areas where water tends to collect, as this can lead to rotting. If you live in a particularly cold region with a short growing season, you can start your potatoes indoors in pots a few weeks before planting them outside. This will give them a head start and ensure a good harvest. Now that you know when and where to plant your potatoes, it's time to prepare the soil. Potatoes prefer slightly acidic soil with a pH of around 6.0 to 6.5. You can test your soil pH using a simple soil testing kit from your local garden center. Start by digging over the area where you'll be planting your potatoes. Remove any weeds, stones, or debris. Dig down about 12 inches to loosen the soil and improve drainage. Once you've dug over the soil, it's time to add some organic matter. Spread a generous layer of compost or well-rotted manure over the surface of the soil and work it in with your garden fork. This will provide essential nutrients for your growing potatoes. Now your potato patch is prepped and ready for planting. Planting your seed potatoes is a simple process, but with a few extra steps and a little care, you can dramatically increase your chances of a healthy, abundant harvest. Whether you're a first-time gardener or a seasoned pro, following a clear, step-by-step approach will help you get the best results from your potato patch. Here's a detailed guide to ensure your potato planting is a success, from preparing your seed potatoes to nurturing your young plants as they grow. First, let's talk about chitting your potatoes. While it's technically optional, I highly recommend it for giving your crop a strong start. Chitting is the process of encouraging your seed potatoes to sprout before they go into the ground, and it can make a noticeable difference in how quickly your plants establish themselves. Chitting your potatoes simply means allowing them to develop sturdy, short sprouts, which will help them grow faster once planted. This is especially helpful if you live in a region with a shorter growing season, as it gives your potatoes a valuable head start. To chit your potatoes, place them in a single layer in a bright, cool spot, like a windowsill or a porch, where they'll get plenty of indirect sunlight. Leave them there for 2 to 4 weeks, and you'll notice small, greenish sprouts forming from the eyes of each potato. These sprouts will give your potatoes a head start, helping them break through the soil more quickly and begin growing strong, healthy foliage. This early growth can make a big difference, especially if you're eager for an early harvest. Next, it's time to prepare your planting area. Using a sturdy spade, dig trenches about 6 inches deep. The trenches should be straight and even, which will help your potatoes grow in neat, manageable rows. If you're planting more than one row, make sure to space the rows about 2 feet apart. This spacing gives your potato plants plenty of room to spread out underground, allowing each plant to develop a healthy root system and produce lots of tubers. Now, place your seed potatoes at the bottom of the trenches, making sure the eyes or sprouts are facing upwards. These are the points from which the new shoots will emerge, so orienting them correctly is important for strong, upward growth. Space each seed potato about 12 inches apart within the trench. This distance gives each plant enough space to grow without competing for nutrients, water, or sunlight, which leads to bigger, healthier potatoes at harvest time. Once all your seed potatoes are in place, gently cover them with soil, filling in the trenches completely. Be careful not to damage the delicate sprouts as you work. A smooth, even layer of soil will protect the potatoes and help retain moisture. After planting, water the area thoroughly but gently. The soil should be moist but not waterlogged. Consistent moisture is key for strong root development, especially in the early stages of growth. With these steps, you're well on your way to a successful potato crop. Just remember to keep an eye on your plants as they grow, water them regularly, and soon you'll be rewarded with a bountiful harvest of homegrown potatoes. Once your potatoes are planted, the real journey begins. These humble tubers may seem low maintenance, but a little extra attention can make all the difference between a mediocre harvest and a truly bountiful one. Just like any living thing, potatoes need a bit of TLC to reach their full potential. Here are some simple, yet essential care tips to help your potato plants thrive from the moment they break through the soil until harvest time. First and foremost, potatoes need regular watering, especially during dry spells or periods of intense heat. Consistent moisture is key to healthy growth, but it's important to strike the right balance. Water deeply and thoroughly, making sure the water reaches the roots where the tubers are forming. Shallow watering can leave the roots dry and the plants stressed, so take your time and let the water soak in. But avoid overwatering, as this can lead to rotting. Soggy soil is one of the most common causes of potato problems, so always check the moisture level before adding more water. If you're unsure, use a simple soil moisture meter, or just stick your finger into the soil a couple of inches deep. If it feels damp but not soggy, you're on the right track. As your potato plants grow taller, you'll need to hill them. This is a crucial step that many new gardeners overlook, but it can make a huge difference in your final yield. Hilling simply means mounding soil around the base of the plants, creating a small hill or ridge. This process protects the developing tubers from sunlight and helps anchor the plants as they grow taller. Hilling helps support the growing plants, prevents the potatoes from being exposed to sunlight, which can turn them green and toxic, and encourages a larger harvest. It also gives the tubers more room to expand underground, resulting in bigger, healthier potatoes. Keep your potato patch weed-free, since weeds compete with your potatoes for nutrients and water, which can really hinder their growth. Regularly check for weeds and pull them out by hand or use a hoe, being careful not to disturb the potato roots. Adding a layer of mulch like straw or grass clippings can help suppress weeds, retain soil moisture, and keep the soil temperature more consistent. And of course, keep an eye out for any signs of pests or diseases. Early detection is key to preventing small problems from becoming big ones. Look for holes in the leaves, discoloration, or insects like the Colorado potato beetle. If you spot any, remove them by hand or use an organic treatment if needed. If you notice any problems, it's a good idea to consult your local garden center for advice on safe and effective treatments. With a little care and attention, your potato plants will reward you with a healthy, delicious harvest you can be proud of. Knowing when to harvest your potatoes is key to enjoying them at their best. Here are a few telltale signs that your potatoes are ready for digging. First, when the leaves and stems of your potato plants start to yellow and wither, that's a good indication that the potatoes below are reaching maturity. Most potato varieties will also produce small flowers when they're in their prime. While not all varieties flower, it can be a helpful indicator if yours do. Most potato varieties take around 10 to 12 weeks to mature, so check the recommended growing time for the specific variety you planted. You can also gently dig around the base of a plant and carefully lift a potato. If it's larger than a golf ball and the skin rubs off easily, it's ready for harvest. If the skin is still thin and papery, just leave the potatoes in the ground for a bit longer. Harvesting your potatoes is an exciting moment. Carefully dig around the base of the plants with a garden fork, being careful not to damage the potatoes. Once you've lifted the potatoes from the ground, brush off any excess soil. Before storing your potatoes, it's best to let them cure for a week or two in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated place. This will help to toughen up their skin and improve their storage life. Store your cured potatoes in a cool, dark, and dry place. Avoid storing them in the refrigerator, as this can alter their flavor and texture. With proper storage, your homegrown potatoes should last for several months. Growing your own potatoes is a truly rewarding experience. From the moment you plant those small seed potatoes to the day you harvest your bounty, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. And let's not forget the taste. Homegrown potatoes, nurtured with your own two hands, simply taste better than anything you can buy in the supermarket. They're fresher, more flavorful, and oh so satisfying. So why not give it a go? Growing potatoes is easier than you might think, and the rewards are plentiful. Happy gardening!